Hello Virginie, so what are you going to show us today?
Hello everyone, today we are cooking a recipe from the Vivendier of Kassel. In the photo 155 recto, there is a recipe called stuffed egg. The Vivendier is actually a part of a bigger codex. I'm really happy to present you in more detail in the end of the video.
Mélanger tous les œufs dans le même bol. Plein de dessins dessus. Je les mélanger beaucoup.
Mais non.
Maman, je suis là.
Okay, Virginie. So, if I well understood, today we are going to talk mostly about the Vivendier of Kassel. So, could you please tell us a little bit more about that manuscript?
Yes, of course. This recipe book is a part of a bigger concept. With 10 folios, there are 73 recipes.
Mm-hmm. 73 in only 10 folio. That's
yes.
impressive.
Yes, of course. And this book comes from the area of the Low Country in the Burgundian time.
Mm-hmm. So Burgundian Low Country.
Yes.
If I remember well, it's something between 1420 and 1440. Am I right?
Yes, of course.
And yeah, could you tell maybe a little more about the influence of the said book?
Yes, there are a lot of influence in this book. For example, we have the Vivendier, Vivendier, the fait de cuisine, ménager de Paris, and enseignement of the cuisine. So 4 books from the French area, but there are also influence of Italians and Al-Andalus books.
Al-Andalus is influence from Spain.
Yes.
Very impressive. Very impressive. And influence from Italy. So a lot of Mediterranean influence.
Yes.
And do we have any influence from actually the Low Countries themselves?
About this recipe, yes, because stuffed eggs are also in the book from Gand. But it's a specific recipe of stuffed eggs because they are only sugar and cheese.
Okay, so a stuffed eggs, but a little bit different to what we are going to do right now, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Okay, so maybe some influence from that manuscript, from that Gand manuscript, but a slightly different recipe.
Yes. There are more influence of cookbook from Italian. We have stuffed eggs in the Liber Cucina and in the Libellus.
Okay, but then what is the main difference between the influence of the 1035, like a Gand 1035, which is mostly Low Country, and the Italian influence? Do they have anything in common?
It's very different because in the manuscript of Gand it's only without fins herb.
Okay.
And in the book of Libellus and Liber Cucina and Vivendier, it's sweet, taste and flavor different. In Vivendier it's sweet, in the Liber Cucina it's acid, and in the Libellus it's sweet and sour.
Okay, so stuffed eggs, but totally different taste.
Yeah.
One sweet, one acid, and one sweet and sour. How can this be possible? I mean, like, this is stuffed eggs, but totally different one.
Yes, I love stuffed eggs because there are 3 flavors with 3 recipes of the same ingredient.
Okay, and how do you manage to have one which is sweet, one which is like acid, and one sweet and sour? What are the difference?
For the sweet version of stuffed eggs, the Vivendier speak about sugar and butter.
Butter. So very. This is very Flanders, like very like Low Country to have butter.
Yes, of course. But we have also some fine herbs.
Okay.
They speak about taking the hard work with persil, cream and cheese.
Okay, so we have indeed persil here. Is there other fins there?
No, not in the Vivendier.
Okay.
But in the Liber Cucina there are margarine, saffron, clove, parmesan.
Okay.
And after it's sprinkling, it's in verdure.
In verdure. Okay, so this is giving the acidity.
Yes.
So it's not at all the kind of sweet like our manuscript. It's much more acid. So I get it.
And for the Libellus, is sweet and sour. We have the hard yolk.
Hard yolk, yes.
Yolk. Well, the hard yolk is with sauce, mint, pepper, saffron, and after it's fried in butter.
Okay.
So we have also the butter.
Oh, that's surprising.
It's dressing in honey and vinegar.
Okay, honey and vinegar. So we have 3 totally different recipes with very different taste on the same topic. Yeah. That's really fun. Could you tell me a little more about our own recipe of today?
No, I think it's more time to try it.
Okay.
And after you can speak a little bit about what you think about it.
Okay, so
Here you are.
I will try.
Is it sweet?
A little bit, but which is really surprising is actually the flavor. We are feeling the fins herb much more. The persil. Yeah. We are feeling the persil much more than what I would expecting. I was really expecting it to be very subtle and to be mostly here for decorative purpose.
Oh no.
But actually it's very strong. I mean, like, this is one of the important flavor of the dish.
And the second one is canelle.
Yeah, cinnamon.
Yes, of course.
Cinnamon, for sure, yeah.
And after the cheese.
Yeah, cheese is far less dominant than what we could have expected at first glance. It's sweet, but it's not as disturbing as I would have expected. Honestly, it's very nice, very surprising. I was expecting something very different, actually. And I was a bit worried when we were doing that. I have to say honestly, I was a bit worried. But the final result is very tasty. And I think this is definitively a dish that I can enjoy even on a normal day, not necessarily on event or on camp, but just on a normal day, I can totally enjoy that.
Yes, it's perfect for picnic time, for example, because how can I say that? In fact, it's not hot, but it's good.
Yeah, probably we should have eaten that something like half an hour ago. It would have been less cold than what it is right now. But honestly, once again, I would have expected that to be a nuisance to have it like half hot, half cold. But this is quite okay. And definitively I can imagine that if you have the kitchen which are very far away from the banquet and you are not on the high table, you are on some lower status table far at the end, I can expect that actually your dish come and they are not as hot as if they were just out of the oven. So I can totally imagine that, and I think this is historically accurate somehow. So thank you very much for this very pleasant moment. And I hope to discover a new recipe in your enjoyable company very, very soon.
Maybe today.
Maybe today, depending on the sun, if the sun is kind enough.